Hey everybody, and welcome back to From Guiseley to Greatness with me, GW365 on Football Manager 2015. Not everything has gone right in this since our last video. If we go to the schedule, drawn. We beat Lowestoft 3-0. We've drawn the next 3. North Ferrybridge, we'll go to the goal straight away. We got a penalty, and then they got a corner. That's pretty much all there is to it, really. I mean, it's not really exciting. I mean, we had more chances, just didn't do anything with them. So we got the penalty. I'll just grab one of it so you can see whether you think it was a penalty. Hardly anything happened in the first half. One chance, and that was about it. Boy's got the ball here. What is he doing there? Stop start, like hammer time or something? Running on the spot. But Hulls have got it. Found Malt. Malt played a decent ball into Johnson. We then got tackled, and that for me looked like it was outside the area. Indeed it did. And then obviously you've just seen the goal. So we go over to this. They had a corner. Birch crossed it in. It's near post header. And then there was another chance until the right at the end, and even then it wasn't even a chance. Then some big news. Lynch got injured for 6 to 7 week or month, whatever. What was it? How long's he injured for? I want to know how do you check his injury stuff? He's injured at the minute. Hip injury. Oh, he's got 11 days. He's had 11 days out. Is that? He's had 11 days out. I sent him to a specialist for 500 quid. I really need to have a look at changing this skin because it's very confusing. It doesn't say where his injury is and how long he's out for, but it says here, look, hope I will stick by him. I am tempted to, because he's probably the best keeper I can probably get for this level. It all depends on what happens from this point. But I can't help but think that because of this, in fact, let me just, is there a way I can get to injury team report maybe? Basically, he's out for a while. In fact, I know how to do it. Go into squad, hang over it. 2 to 3 months, hip injury, just in training. Hip injury, not even in a game. That leaves us with Aaron Miles, a 1-star keeper, with half decent stats. Looks, like he might be able to step up, maybe. Big games, but no, alas. Watch this. Watch this. We did well to get draws in these next 2 games. Put it that way. All run short with a long kick downfield. Headed away by Oweleji. And Royal. In fact, I remember this game. Oweleji, missed another header again, but fortunately, I don't think we got to pay. I don't think we were made to pay, unless it is the one that we were made to pay. But yeah, Johnson got it here. And we didn't score first. They scored first. So yeah. Hayward, long ball forward. Oh, there we go. That's what it is. Oh, Connor, Bove's in behind. And why is he waving his hands over here? He's waving at someone in the crowd, who looks at things. Probably asking one of them to go get a burger from up here. Yeah, cheers, pal. So yeah, that was his first contribution as a Guiseley player. Malt did a good bit of play here. This was a nice goal, if I remember rightly. Well worked. Lowe found it here. Love even. Johnson fed it out wide. A good passing goal. McGowan somehow crossed it in from that angle. Managed to swing his leg and go backwards at the same time. Could argue that the defender Baines could have done better, but we weren't caring at that point. Boys had just pulled us back to 1-1. Then this happened. Right to Royal, and it was a right Royal mess up somewhere. A bit of pinball, a few tackles. McGowan came away with it and played it long. Oh, this was our goal, I remember now. Johnson got it here. Tried a little bit too much, but got tackled. And then look at this for a ball. Boys finding Brooksby again. Brooksby in a shit ton of form. That's the only words I can think of at this moment in time. Yeah, he's doing very well as Brooksby for us. Wellegy gave away a foul. And this is what happened. Wellegy, long ball downfield. They went straight down the other end. Wellegy, another interception, but then Buckley got it. Wright played a long ball over the top. That was a nice flick on, but what's the keeper doing here? That was a loose touch there. He could have easily just grabbed hold of it. and instead he dives towards his own net like a schmuck. But yeah, and that made it 2-1. Then this came in. Haywood. I'm going to have a look at Haywood. Look at that finishing stat. 1. Technique of 3. What a heading of 1 as well. What a finish. Did you see that finish? That finish was awesome. I'd have been proud of that finish in real life. And then, actually that made it 3-2 to them. Then Holdsworth got it. Nice ride of the tackle. Mullen came as a sub and got a late equaliser to keep us at 3-3. And just behind, well not just behind, just within touching distance with regards to what the games are left of Boston United. So that was that game. Then, in this game, I'm not going to lie, it got to, when I click on it, it got to the 75th minute, we conceded a penalty. I took that as 2-0. I went upstairs and had a wee, came back 2-2. I can't really complain. So I did manage to grab a look at the goals here. But at home, against Stalybridge, the beat us last time, we should have been doing better against them. But have a look at the goals. There's one in particular that does stand out. I mean, we did have a lot of chances, and Stalybridge hardly had any. But this is what happened against run of play. Nice! Great defending, Low. Just run underneath the ball, don't even make an attempt. Sam Turner, I'm not sure if that's a relation to Steve Staunton. Dickinson scored from the penalty. We'll show you the penalty first, though. Here we go. Oh no, that was just before. Here we go. This is what happened. Dickinson got it wide right. Squared it in. Staunton Turner, and then Ennis. What is he doing? What is Wilson doing? He just used his chest into his back and then gave away a penalty. It's fantastic. But then this happened. Lowe got the ball, found Wilson, and then found Boys. Still trying to play football, looking at it. Malt got it, got destroyed by 2 players, and then got up and brushed himself down for him to be able to do this. Pick that out, King. Even if you was a real-life king, you wouldn't be able to pick that out. That was a stunning strike from Malt. But then, last minute, another throw-in from the left-hand side again. Boys got it. Struck it well. Brooksby was there yet again, I believe, for his 10th goal of the season. Yeah, 10th goal of the season. And we were right back in the mix again. However, that's the end of that game. Our results there, those 3 draws, we are still unbeaten in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. However, if we go to the competitions and look at the Conference North basically as a whole, Boston are 9 points ahead of us with only 3 games to play. So we are not going to be able to catch them because effectively their goal difference is far superior. And we are now fighting to stay in the playoffs. We've got to keep away from Worcester. Harrogate I don't think will be able to catch us. It's very unlikely anyway. But we have got Bradford Park Avenue this afternoon. I'm going to look at Saturday 1500. So, I think we just go into our match preview and team selection. I'm just trying to look for any... No, I can't see any odds there. So yeah, losing Lynch was a massive loss. A massive loss. Huge loss, even. And then we lost 2... Well, it felt like a loss, drawing 2 all at home. We did take out one of our key men, though. That's probably one of the reasons why. And that key man is probably Darcy O'Connor. That's because we played that game 2 days after the other. And he was a little bit tired. So I thought, well, you know, I'll put Shane Killican because he's supposed to be our best defender. I was hoping we could get some goals in front and just bring Dave Wesley on and give him some game time. But as it is, he's not really getting a game. So I'm going to make it available for that team. Just give themselves. My English is awesome. Give him half a game. That would be fantastic. Darren Anderton, you've been doing okay, but Malt is going to have to step in there, I think, and actually show you how it's done. Brooksby's still playing really well. His form is fantastic at the moment. Not sure actually if. No, I'll leave that alone. I'm going to say I don't know where the average rating for the season is, but we'll check that out anyway at the end of the last video. So, Leggy McGowan, Darcy O'Connor, Danny Lowe, who's out of contract. I probably won't end up keeping. It's a toss-up between him and Ben Parker. Ben Parker is the better defender. He's the better player all round. However, he's more susceptible to... Is that even a word? Susceptible? I can't remember. Susceptible to injury. More so than Darren Anderton, well, half of the time. I think that's the best team we can put out, if I'm being completely honest. I think Jack Stockdale, his form hasn't been great. If you look at his overall rating, 6.86 isn't bad for the league, but I think we're going to be looking to improve on that later. So, Capiatani is another injury-prone player that we've got. Danny Ellis will be leaving the club. I can tell you that now. He's just not quick enough. I've put it on defensive positioning because that is what seems to have been letting us down, really. Not the scoring goals part, the conceding goals. And this is a local derby. So, they're going to show they're not a one-man team, I usually say. Nuttall does worry me slightly. They've even got Joe Allen, the Welsh Shavy. So, yeah, Jamie Allen. We need to give the fans something to cheer today. And you're nodding in agreement, Will Edgy. Thank you very much. So let's just make sure we try and get as many green reactions as possible. There we go, let's start this match. 11 minutes in, unfortunately. So Malt kicks gets us underway. McGowan, one ball forward straight away. Bit of a surprise because I don't normally play like that at the minute with this new tactic. Trying to make them only have certain players play the long ball. Players that actually have ability. But 20 minutes gone and still nothing. Literally nothing. We are playing as attacking formation instead of... Malt's injured now. Instead of our favoured... no, not favoured. Instead of the counter-attack football. I'm reluctant to play it because of our poor keeper. I'm just thinking if they start having long shots, they'll probably... one will just fly in. And even if it's not even really on target. Yes, it's been a real exciting first half. Real exciting first half. Awesome first half. The best first half of all time. So I'm going to encourage to see if we can win. We can still come out of this with a win. Half of you switched off. Why is that? I'm going to say that I'm disappointed with your efforts to control the midfield. No. It wasn't that. It was the playmaking I wanted. What's the match stats say? How much of the midfield? We've got 61%, so I can't really say that. We have controlled the midfield pretty damn well, if I'm being completely honest. We just need to create some more chances. We need to pump that ball up, get it forward. Alex Johnson, it doesn't seem to favour him that much, this tactic. I have chosen a deep line forward. I was going to go for like a target man type, but, you know, we're Adam Bowes, and I don't... Boys, but he's not going to... you know, he's decent jumping at 14, heading 7. It's not amazing. I think he's actually gone down for heading. I'm sure that was 8 before. But anyway, yeah, we can still come out with a win. You guys, I'm going to be I want to be angry at you, but I can't. This is 0-0. Come on, Alex Johnson, you've gone off the boil a bit. The last goal he scored was a penalty. Right, I need to somehow get rid of this pitch. There we go. Well, Alex Johnson's now injured. Awesome. So, it's Sean Mullen's turn. Up front. There we go. I'd like a highlight, please. Favourably, one going the opposite direction to this. O'Connor heads away. And it's forced to Allen. This is definitely going to be a goal. Told you. Every time. So you see that again. Allen squared it. Back post. I'm pretty sure that was a shot. And Colbert was there. And when you got a ridiculously poor goalkeeper who's not going to be able to do anything, all you can think of is, yeah, you're just going to concede. And it's effective. I think this is probably going to... I'm just going to throw it out there. It's not me being negative. It's me being factual. What? What's going on here? I didn't make any changes. I want to make a team talk thing. I'm going to say, where's your passion? Show some passion, you schmucks. I'm going to throw it out there. And basically what I'm going to say is... Lynch getting injured at a time where we can't replace him because there's free transfer. I mean, look at that. Free transfer. I mean, that's a fantastic finish from Alan, don't get me wrong. But, you know, it's going to cost us promotion. Because with Lynch, I know he was making some errors, but he was saving some at least. Every single highlight that's had a shot on target has gone in. Every single shot. So with that in mind, I think we are pretty much doomed. I hope to eat my own words, but I'll be honest with you, without a goalkeeper not being able to replace him at all, with anyone of note, there's not a lot I can do. When your goalkeeper gets injured, the idea is you don't have someone. I mean, there you go. Oh, that should have been a goal. Let's make his final change. Brandon Wilson can come on for Archie Love. Not that it's going to make a difference. But yeah, the goalkeeper position is definitely key. And, you know, it's my own fault for not having a decent backup, but I was going for monetary value. I mean, you saw how bad Drench were at the beginning of the season. But that's a bad loss. Hit it, Allsworth. And he does. Our keeper doesn't. His keeper doesn't make a... Well, Danby doesn't make an error like ours, or, you know, doesn't just miss the judgment of the shot. Doesn't misjudge the shot, should I say. That was disappointing. Well, Edgy had a really good game. And I'm really pleased that he played well. Inspired. Why are you pissed off at that? You're a schmuck, you played poor. Yeah, look fired up instead of angry. You deserve it. He deserved praise. He got 8.3 out of 10 on a losing side without scoring a goal. That's pretty impressive. But yeah, that leaves us in a bit of a pickle now because we are third and we're only 3 points in front of Worcester, who did beat Boston United earlier as well. But they had a couple of easy games and they managed to win them. And when we drew, they drew. Whereas if we'd have won, we'd probably got somewhere close to them. So then our fans are not going to be happy because it's one of the closest rivals. And they did profit from wasteful us, basically. Jake Malt injured for the rest of the season. Let's see what they have to say here. I don't think the delivery are doing it. Sure, there will be a point where the line has to be drawn. It can't be acceptable to see players injured. I'm just being diplomatic here. Yeah, we weren't as bad as the Skyline Reflex, but I'm keen to move on. He's a fantastic player, so certainly, yeah, he's okay. I mean, I don't know whether I will sign him. Yeah, he was really impressive today. He's got that belter, so I've got to give him that. So where is Will Edgy? Has he actually improved his heading? No. He's been 7 all season. He's got a nice happy face, which is pretty good, but that's about it. So with that, let's go back to the club. Yeah, with that, that's his first loss in, I think, is it about 10 games, something daft. It's a bit unfortunate it was against his rivals, and it's at a key point, but I think the best realistically we could hope for most of the season is to get in the playoffs, which we are set to do that. Couple more, just another win, one win out of the next 2 games will guarantee it. Failing that, our Worcester loss, basically. We shouldn't have to rely on that, but I have a sneaky suspicion we will have to rely on that, purely because of having Aaron Miles, who's not good at all. His first touch is 1, for God's sake. You know, he's just terrible. It says outfield rating 1, I think goalkeeping rating should be 1. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not press that like button. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. Hopefully you join us for the next one, where we will be playing the last game of the season against Oxford City, who are currently second. We will be vying probably for that second spot, but to be honest with you, I'm hoping just to make sure we finish in the playoffs, give us at least a little chance of going up. If we stay down, it's not the end of the world, but it is very disappointing. I would like to do it. I was hoping to get up for season in particular. It gives you a better wage budget and things like that. But we will clear out a lot of the deadwood, so more players might come available. But what we'll do is we'll get straight into the game probably in the next live commentary. We've seen that Gainsborough, Gloucester and Hyde have gone down. There is 1 or 2 players. Hyde have got Danny Ratchie, who looks pretty decent, and I will probably, despite what happens. I mean, he's got some bad reports here, like he's inconsistent. He's not interested in joining our club at this time, but he would be a good signing for most League Two, Sky Bet League Two sides. So there's one or two players kicking about that I would like to sign, but what will be first with regards to playoffs. So hopefully you'll join us for that. Hopefully it will be the playoffs, and hopefully I'll see you then. Bye bye.